Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What up, everybody? What's going down, TGIF? TGIF, Nikki P.
Cheers.
Cheers. We made it. Yes, indeed. My Yes, indeed mug. We
What
made
do I
it.
have?
We're here for
I
another
have
show.
Clink.
And this show would be nothing without you guys. So thank you so much for joining the fun. This is the way to start out your weekend, I say.
Yeah, I already got my notification that we are on and live.
Well, here you know what I'm saying?
But-
We're on and live.
I know. So there's a way to do that and get it.
Yes. Well, let's tell people what it is first. What you are now tuned into, if you're listening old or new, Mixture of Variety Entertainment, aka Move. We stay moving forward and never backwards to 2023 and beyond. I go by the name of Patient Zero. My beautiful co-host right there,
Nikki P.
Give it up one time. Give it up one time. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you, studio audience. Thank you.
Oh, they're
for being here tonight.
alive. Yes.
Yes, they are very active. So yes, please, Nikki P, let people know what they have to do before we even start the show.
Well, to get notified that we are live,
Yes.
Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, please type in Mixture of Variety Entertainment and you will see our beautiful faces pop up on your screen. And we would love it if you subscribed, liked, comment, and shared. And
Please.
hit the notification bell.
Yes. And it'll sound like this. Ding, like our mindfulness bell.
Yes.
That's what it'll sound like. Yes, please do all the things and support the movement. And as you can see, if you want to, really support the movement, you can always donate to our Cash App as well, which is scrolling across the screen right now. And make sure to follow us on Mixture of Variety, as you can see on Instagram. That's at Mixture of Variety on Instagram. You'll see some of the craziest banners of your life, but you'll also be in the know. You'll know what's going on with the show. You know what we're talking about. You know what topics we're talking about, what we're touching on, because we do touch on everything like R. Kelly. We truly do. We can touch on anything from mental health and addiction to having sex with gay, midget, aliens.
Gaiden.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Gaiden here. He's with us. He has his pride flag. It's kind of hard to.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, he's holding his little pride flag. He's representing. But yeah, that's just what it is. That's the whole crew is here tonight, Nikki P. The whole crew
Granny
is here tonight.
too. Wow.
Yeah, Granny, everybody. What's going on? Anything special happened this week? Anything crazy?
Yeah, I had a mild mice infestation. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Pasta making times with my friends. Probably secretly hate me, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
And I don't care because I love them.
That's right. That's what counts.
And my little biscuit, the dog I was sitting, got picked up about 30 minutes ago.
Yes. Yeah, right. I
was gonna bring him up, but
yeah. Next time he visits, we can have an appearance from him. But
how about you? We made it. Another week down.
We made it another week down. I don't think anything too special happened this week. I mean, it was good. I got out. It's been like in the 80s. Here in Florida. So let me just put that out there for everybody listening to the rest of the country, basically, which is under ice and snow.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Come Monday.
Not yet for you guys. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be bad. You guys will get some cold. You guys will get some cold rain in New York. That's what I'm
so
guessing.
Annoying.
But yeah, anyway, we're here, and I'm ready for the weekend. I don't know about you guys, and I think we should get this party started.
Let's roll.
We do have a quick disclaimer. I gotta say, the disclaimer is if you get butthurt easy, this podcast is definitely not for you. Sick and twisted, dark humor, vulgar, uncensored language, and politically incorrect conversations are just some of the things
and fun
that you'll hear on Mixture of Variety, which means listener discretion is definitely advised. I always say listener, but I mean viewer. You guys know what I mean. Viewer discretion is definitely advised.
Both.
And Nikki P, Granny was with us, but I guess she passed out. I'm not sure exactly what happened to her.
Too much DMT.
She probably exactly. Yeah, Granny's part of the show. She's a wild, untamed animal, right,
Sure
Nikki
is.
P?
She's tatted from head to toe.
Yep.
Carries a
She is.
3-foot dildo and waves it around like.
Just waves it around.
No
That's
one
just 45
cares.
pounds, and she just waves it around. Fucking wild.
The dildo is 30 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. But Anyway, if you want to follow Granny, you know, she is a hot mess and she has her own Instagram page. Somehow she found out social media. She found out, you know, how to make a page and all that. So if you want to follow Granny directly, her other page got taken down, very unfortunately. But her new page is move.granny on Instagram. That's move.granny. You can see all type of crazy granny shit and see her acting a fool.
She's unhinged, that
like
one.
always. She's definitely unhinged. Nikki B, I think it's time for the second segment of the show. What do you think?
Let's go.
It's that time. Let's get it. Yes, indeed. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's what I have to say about that. Everybody's favorite segment of the show. Nikki P, please break down what
especially ours.
Is all about. Yes.
Well, here at Mixture of Variety, we believe every day is truly a holiday, and we believe you should be grateful and thankful for the things that you do have instead of hateful and resentful for the things that you don't have. So luckily for us, there are truly holidays every day of the year, 365 days. Some are funny, some are sad, and some make absolutely no sense. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it, Nikki
Holidays for Friday, February 24th.
February 24th this year is just rolling through, isn't it?
4 more days, guys. 4 more days.
Oh, and before the next show, I'll be I'll turn 1 age older.
Yes.
Because my birthday is Thursday.
An undisclosed age.
An undisclosed age. Yeah, I give a shit really, but yeah. So yeah, I guess I have to say that now.
Patient Zero is turning 30.
Yeah, right. 21. I can drink now.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, that's perfect.
Clink, clink.
Yes.
That's what happens when we drink. No, I'm kidding.
Yes. All right, go ahead.
Okay. It is Friday, Fish Friday. Observed 44 days before Easter, if you didn't know.
Oh, look at that. Okay. Say that 5 times fast. Friday, Fish Friday.
Just Friday.
I didn't even realize the Friday, but you know, Friday, Fish Friday. I get it. You guys probably got that right away, but I'm a little slow. Like, oh, okay.
And I've been forgetful, so
I definitely, we're gonna be fucked this show for sure. But it's all good. You know why, Nikki? Because it is International Stand Up to Bullying Day, which I feel like we do every other week.
So please put a nasty comment below. No.
Yeah. I'm sure.
First of all, we don't stand for bullying or bullies. I think it's stupid. It's immature. It's insecure. And get a day job, get a hobby.
Exactly. It shows how insecure you are when you do that shit to other people. And it shows how much you hate yourself when you do that shit to other people. That's really what it is.
So we shall pray for you.
Yeah.
But while we're praying, we're going to celebrate National Skip the Straw Day.
Skip the Straw Day. All right. So
you know where my mind automatically goes, right?
No.
Something bad and illegal.
All right. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's you can skip the straw with that as well. Yeah. I'm thinking any drink that you would drink normally with the straw, you just, pop open the top and
straws.
I actually really do like straws.
You do?
Yeah, I enjoy them.
I don't know. Not for me.
So I didn't celebrate, but I would celebrate. Nikki P, I definitely did not celebrate this one. National Tartar Sauce Day. National Tartar Sauce Day.
To have with your Friday fish fry.
Yeah, I mean, there's a theme going. There's a theme.
You are skipping the straw day.
Yeah, totally.
But never fear, ladies and gentlemen. It is also National Tortilla Chip Day.
All right. I'm a fan. Didn't have any today, but I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
Nikki P, can you notice that you can see me a lot better now? I'm not hiding in the dark.
Yes, it's a new light.
New light, yeah, you can tell a difference. I can definitely tell a difference.
I can.
I can see my
You
face
have a
now.
face.
Yeah, right. The face of a 30-year-old.
Of course.
It's also me, Nicky P. Celebrated this earlier.
We did.
National Trading Card Day.
Woo!
Card Day.
And it looks like they have Pokemons, which I can relate to.
Yep. Looks like a lot of fun. Fun
So
day.
oddly enough, this next one, I've seen 2 posts on Instagram about this.
Oh, really?
And there's a beer after this called, it's Twin Peaks Day.
Oh,
So I don't really understand the logic behind it,
yeah.
but I want to know more.
I know. I guess those are one of the ones that we're curious that if you click on it, you get to find out more, but we don't have time for that
No.
for this show. We actually didn't even say what we're talking about today, but
Nope.
you'll find out. You'll find out in a second. It's going to be a surprise. You guys are going to love it. And you probably saw the thumbnail anyway. So, but if you follow us on IG and if you see the thumbnail, you know what it's about anyway, but we're going to get right to it. Last but not least, Nicky P. World Bartender Day. World.
Your bartenders, their therapists.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, and that's not even national, that's world. Wow. that's a big deal.
Because the world probably has a drinking problem as well.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't blame them.
Especially after the pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the second segment of the show. Many holidays for this beautiful February 24th, 2023. Give it up one time. Give it up one time. Yes.
Ooh. I love it.
Indeed. All right. So what we are talking about tonight,
Now on
ladies
to
and
the
gentlemen,
main event.
The main event goes a little something like this. Like I said before, we talk about everything. Like I said before, this is a variety show. Like I forgot to say, this is the future of podcasts. But what I will say is tonight we're talking about 12 crazy conspiracy theories that actually turned out to be true.
And they were. Oddly enough, before you even sent me this,
Yeah.
I watched a YouTube show and I think 4 of them were on there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and because
All
I'm
right.
reading it and I'm like, wait. I'm like, oh my God, I just read this.
Yeah. All right, cool. I didn't look at this list. I don't know what's on it. I have some ideas in my head what's on it. And if they're not on it, I can make another list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like because there's others that came out
We'll
that
have
were
lists
true
for
as
days,
well.
people.
Yeah, exactly. But let's get to the ones that are listed right here.
All right.
You want to do the first one?
Sure.
Go for it.
This is wild.
This
I
looks
actually
wild.
I almost deep dived this, but the horror of Project Sunshine.
Oh man.
Okay. In the wake of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the U.S. government commenced a major study to measure the effects of nuclear fallout on the human body. Conspiracy. The government was stealing dead bodies to do radioactive testing. The truth. The government was stealing parts of dead bodies because they needed young tissue. They recruited a worldwide network of agents to find recently deceased babies and children, and then to take some samples and even their limbs. Each collected without notification or permission of more than 1,500 grieving families.
Damn.
The world only woke up to the horrific scientific history of Project Sunshine half a century later.
Oh
but
my
there's
god.
still a lot of explained mysteries out there.
Ooh. Well, that's the way to start it off because what the fuck?
I mean, and then you look at like Chernobyl, who they did a whole docuseries on,
Yes.
And my sister, who's literally in the radiology field, will say like the nuclear effects, radioactive, like it will do that crazy stuff to your body.
Uh-huh.
Like your skin will be melting off. Not melting, but flaking off.
Uh-huh. Oh, Jesus. That's why the people in Palestine Ohio, they need to get the fuck out of there.
I'd be running.
I don't trust any of those people that come and say, "Oh, everything's safe. Drink the tap water and do this and breathe the air and all that." I'm sorry, but I don't believe any of that shit. I would have been out. I would have been gone. They're comparing that to the second Chernobyl, like another Chernobyl. It's fucking wild. All right, Nikki P and everybody. Bad booze.
This is true.
Bad booze. Conspiracy. During Prohibition, the government poisoned alcohol to keep people from drinking. The truth? Manufacturers of industrial alcohol had been mixing their product with dangerous chemicals for years prior to Prohibition. But between 1926 and 1933, the federal government pushed manufacturers to use stronger poisons to discourage bootleggers from turning the alcohol into moonshine. That didn't stop the bootleggers or their customers, and by the end of Prohibition, more than 10,000 Americans had been killed by tainted booze. Wow. Much of the illegal booze was sold in infamous night spots called speakeasies.
Oh, speakeasies.
Speakeasies. So-called from the practice of speaking quietly about such a place in public or when inside it, so as not to alert the police and neighbors. Wow.
So now a speakeasy is someplace you go that's like a hidden cool bar with like craft cocktails and like a show playing or a comedian. Like that's crazy. And I mean this is one I did do a deep dive into. And it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what they're doing. And the funny thing is, alcohol is legal, but it's one of the only two drugs that if you withdraw, if you're a severe alcoholic, one, it will kill you anyway if you overdo it, but it's one of the two drugs that you can die from a withdrawal.
Yep. That's what they care most about when you go to a detox or a rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two. Benzos are the other one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's very scary, but yeah, just imagine that from alcohol, man.
And then to intentionally do it.
Yeah, right.
And then look what happened with alcohol sales when, when shit hit the fan.
Oh yeah.
Bloop.
Absolutely. Way up.
All right.
What's this one, Nikki P?
The first lady who ran the United States. This I don't know. Conspiracy. A stroke rendered United States President, Woodrow Wilson, incapable of governing, and his wife stepped in. The truth. Wilson did suffer a debilitating stroke towards the end of his presidency, but the government felt it was in the country's best interest to keep things quiet. Oh, wow. The public didn't learn about the stroke for months, during which time his wife Edith Wilson was making most executive decisions. Despite Mrs. Wilson claiming that she acted only as a steward, historians who have analyzed the Wilson term in office confirm that well over a year, Mrs. Wilson was effectively president. And although a woman president is yet to be formally elected in the White House, it actually happened in the privacy of the government that they didn't share with anyone.
Yeah. I heard like bits and pieces of that, parts of it,
Well, I should know this, but when was he president?
I don't know.
Early 1900s, let's say.
I mean, anywhere
Women
between.
Have no rights.
Right. Exactly. Absolutely none.
But maybe that would have been a perfect opportunity to be like, oh, JK, a woman did this for a year effectively.
Yeah. Yep.
You would think.
Well, you never know who's behind the scenes these days. I mean, people say Obama is still pulling the strings. People say a lot of things because, Biden is half dead. He's, suffers from dementia and Alzheimer's. I mean, it's sad to say, but it's like someone else is really calling the shots. he'll always say that too. Oh, they'll tell me not to do this, or he'll be in the press conference. Oh, they said this. Don't say this. Don't say this. Don't do this. It's like, really, you're the president, though. Just my opinion. But keeping it on the government tip, number 4, government mind control. This one I definitely did hear about. Conspiracy. The CIA was testing LSD and other hallucinogenic drugs on Americans in a top secret experiment on behavior modification. The truth. The program was known as MK Ultra, and it was real, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
The CIA started by using volunteers. The novelist Ken Kesey was one notable subject. But the program had soon began dosing people without their knowledge. MK Ultra left many victims permanently mentally disabled. That is wild. At the present time, another drug that alters food and perception and is causing great public concern because of its harmful effects is meth. Hey, all right.
Here's my thing on this, because I literally watched on Netflix, and I highly recommend How to Change Your Mind. It doesn't say this, and if it did, I don't recall. But when they were doing testing of LSD on patients to see how it would alter their mind in a positive way, or maybe it wasn't LSD, or it was like mushrooms. It was in that family.
Yeah.
But it was getting a bad rep. But someone was using the meth in the freezer and dosing them, and not the hallucinogenic. Don't quote me. It could have been the LSD or the mushrooms, like the psilocybin. I can't say it.
Psilocybin, yeah.
Yeah. So it was getting a bad rep that, oh no, it was, yes, it was.
Bruh.
Actually, it was MDMA, but still, someone swapped it with meth, giving ecstasy a bad rep.
Wow. Shit.
Because honestly, how much LSD are you dosing them with? There is no, like, you're dosing them with a lot to leave them permanently mentally disabled.
Oh, an unbelievable amount, yeah. Yep.
They want to control their behavior, and they probably had no idea what they were doing.
Hell no. How do you? I'm thinking, like, how do you even control or attempt to control somebody like that when they're in that state?
That's the exact opposite.
Exact opposite, right? I don't know.
You got the pineal open, you got the synapses going, like, you got the colors forming, like, there's...
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. What's the next one, AP?
This one I thought was very interesting. The Dalai Lama's impressive salary.
I would have never guessed.
The Dalai Lama is a CIA agent. That's a conspiracy. The truth. Perhaps the reason the Dalai Lama is smiling in all those photos has something to do with the 6-figure salary he pulled down from the U.S. government during the 1960s.
All right.
According to declassified intelligence documents, he earned $180K in connection with the CIA's funding of the Tibetan resistance to the tune of $1.7 million per year. The idea was to disrupt and hamper China's infrastructure. The Dalai Lama is believed to have the power to choose the body into which he is reincarnated, meaning that the current Dalai Lama is a reincarnation of the last.
That's crazy. I mean, can you imagine that?
No.
Imagine just being right now on Earth and just being like, you know what? When I die, I'm going to come back as that.
I mean, wasn't he the Dalai Lama? I correlate to peace.
Yeah.
And reconcile.
Yeah.
Was it a ploy?
I mean, I guess that's what the conspiracy is, but it doesn't seem to be the fact.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
That's interesting.
You know, I'd be pretty peaceful if I was making 180,000 a year.
I'd be hanging.
I would be at peace, meditating all the time and in Tibet chilling,
Yeah.
picking out, you know, whoever I want to be reincarnated. If I was to be reincarnated, it would be an animal, 100%.
Mine would be an animal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm maybe I was an animal in another lifetime, but I would definitely come back as an animal if I had a choice.
A little biscuit.
A little biscuit. All right, number 6, John Lennon was under government surveillance. Conspiracy. The FBI was spying on former Beatle John Lennon. The truth. They most certainly were.
Ooh.
Like many culture heroes, Lennon was considered a threat. Anti-war songs like Give Peace a Chance didn't exactly endear former Beatle John Lennon to the Nixon administration, NPR reported in 2010. In 1971, the FBI put Lennon under surveillance, and the Immigration and Naturalization Service tried to deport him a year later. In 1957, John Lennon and Paul McCartney met at a party in Woolton. Just yards away from their meeting place was the grave of Eleanor Rigby. A bizarre coincidence or not?
I mean, I've heard of this conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Beatles, so.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, they seem to cause a lot of uproar to be peaceful, for like anti-war and love and peace.
And
so I don't know. I'd have to look more into this, but
yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah, a lot. I believe it too. A lot of peace talk and stuff like that, but also a lot of like anti-government talk.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of people that have the same type of speech that ended up the same exact type of way, aka Prince, aka Tupac, aka, you know, the list goes on and on and on. JFK, you know.
That's what I mean. It's like, tell us more. I want to know.
Yeah, I know. There's knowledge is power. Can't get enough. You already know I believe this one, Nicky B.
I mean, I'm with you. I was talking about pickle martinis. Never saw them on the internet before. Today they're popping up left and right. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I spoke about it on Wednesday. The government is spying on you. Conspiracy. With the advances in technology, the government is using its vast resources to track citizens. The truth. In 2016, government agencies sent 49,000, we'll say 50,000 requests for user data to Facebook, 30,000 to Google, and 10,000 to Apple, according to the Electronic Frontier Foundation, a major nonprofit organization that defends civil liberties in the digital world and advises the public on matters of internet policy. You are concerned about your internet privacy. We asked technology experts to give us the lowdown on the likelihood you are being watched through your computer camera.
Yep.
I mean, I hope you are.
Yeah. Well, first of all, they said in 2016, right? So now, I would say that number is probably quadrupled. From the number that you just said, quadrupled from now. And you know, there's countries like China and stuff like that are even worse. What they do to their citizens to track them and have, you know, they have no privacy and they're just constantly looking and listening and whatever. But you damn right, if you don't believe that that's happening to you, ladies and gentlemen, you're just a simpleton. That's all. Can I
just bring up something though? And I thought about it just now. It made me think of this. Yo, in the last, and I'm stretching this by saying 3 years, how many times do you have to accept cookies? That never was a thing a few years ago. I was never on my phone and had a pop-up say, accept all the cookies, accept cookies that you want matter, because they want that.
And they know people are going to click it just to get it off the screen. They're not going to read that shit.
Oh, I
They're not going to
decline them all
say,
the
"Oh,
time,
okay,
and
yeah,
sometimes
oh,
I
well, there you
can't.
go." Yeah, and sometimes you can't if you want to. Yeah, whatever it is, sometimes you can't. But yeah, that's exactly it because they know that nobody's going to be looking into the details. No one's going to know what it actually entails, and they're just going to click it just to get off the screen and keep it moving. And meanwhile, now you have fucking something in your phone that's listening
Keep it
and
moving.
tracking every keystroke. You know who said a lot about that? John McAfee, the guy that made
really?
the McAfee internet. Yeah,
Mhm.
he was like out of his mind, batshit crazy. He was like on the run from like different governments and different countries or whatever. He's actually fascinating. Some of his documentaries are fascinating, but he was one of the ones that said that. It's just like, yeah, you have a smartphone, you're being spied on. Just simple as
Absolutely. I
that.
mean, we have a tracking device.
Right. Exactly. All right. Number 8, fake battle, real war. Conspiracy. The Gulf of Tonkin incident on August 2nd, 1964 was faked to provoke American support of the Vietnam War. The truth. By the time news reached American ears, the facts surrounding the North Vietnamese attack on the American naval ship Maddox were already fuzzy. Excuse me. Declassified intelligence documents have since revealed that the Maddox had provided support for South Vietnamese attacks on a nearby island, and that the North Vietnamese were responding in kind, according to the U.S. Naval Institute. The event opened the floodgates for direct American military involvement in Vietnam. I mean, I don't know really what to say about this one.
No, I don't know much about it to speak on it. I
Neither.
mean,
Never heard of it.
no.
Never even heard of it.
Oh, here's a good one.
Oh, this is a good one.
And I just saw on the let me say this first. Big Tobacco knew that cigarettes cause cancer. So literally 3 hours ago, guys, I'm at my friend's house. I haven't seen her in ages. And she has the news on in the background. And literally it shows all these cigarettes and it's saying tobacco companies are going to be regulating tobacco. And I'm like, what? Well, see how it all makes sense? Let's see. Conspiracy. For decades, tobacco companies buried evidence that smoking is deadly. The truth. At the beginning of the 1950s, research was showing an indisputable statistical link between smoking and lung cancer. But it wasn't until the late 1990s that Philip Morris even admitted that smoking could cause cancer.
Goddamn.
I mean, I'm a smoker. I'm back and forth. I could control it, but still, don't lie. We know it causes cancer.
Yeah.
We know the GMOs in food cause cancer. Like, just be honest.
Yeah. We wish it was that easy. Just be honest. It's like everything is deception. Everything. And lies.
Because if I was down south and I could roll real tobacco,
yeah,
one, it would taste totally different because there wouldn't be any additives.
Oh yeah,
it could still probably kill you down the road. In excess, but I'm sure it would be super strong and something you don't want to like puff on. You know what I mean? I don't think pure tobacco would be an enjoyable experience.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've smoked. Yeah.
Add shit.
Exactly. I've smoked non-filters before, and I've smoked like the where you do roll it yourself, but it's still tobacco with all the shit in it. It's not like what you're talking about, picking it from the fields in the South. It's like the same chemical laced, 80 plus chemicals in the tobacco that you're just rolling yourself. Oh, it's the most disgusting thing in the world. I just can't.
I would try real tobacco and just see.
Right. Okay. So,
you gotta click next.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I had a rough time.
Yes, we're doing it. We're doing it. We got 3 more, ladies and gentlemen.
This one's
There's-
interesting.
Oh, all right. Gaten lit up with this one.
Mhm.
Gaten's like, oh wow, look at that. Oh, okay. He's down. There's alien evidence in the American Southwest. Conspiracy. E.T. is buried in the desert of New Mexico. Well, that's okay. Pretty stupid how they said that, but yeah,
Yeah.
they could have worded that a little bit differently. The truth. This one is real. The Atari video game E.T., the extraterrestrial, failed so miserably that the company buried unsold cartridges in the desert landfill. Oh, that's not even the direction I thought they were going to take this. Wait, what did you think we meant? Real aliens in New Mexico? Not yet, anyway. Okay, well, there is.
Oh, I thought there was an alien.
I thought that's where they were going. I don't care about a cartridge that they buried. Whatever.
And I never knew that, though, FYI. That it was a video game on a Atari.
Oh,
like, I knew it was a VHS movie I owned.
Oh, yeah. From that, they made the game.
Mm.
Yeah, from that, they made the game. And Atari was, you know...
I didn't have Atari. I had Nintendo.
Yeah, Atari was before your time. Atari was... I mean, I got to say, honestly...
I mean, you're 30.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was before my time, too, but my older brother had Atari. He actually had Atari.
Gotcha. So that was more like 70s, early 80s?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, God.
What the fuck is this, Nikki B? What is this next one?
This should be the last one, but it's not, guys. It's
I'm
second to last.
interested.
Canada tried to develop gaydar. How do you feel about that? This is what we're putting our time and money into. Got it.
Yes.
Conspiracy. The Canada government was so paranoid about homosexuality that it developed a gaydar machine. Wow.
Get the fuck out of here.
The truth. It really happened. In the 1960s, the government hired a university professor to develop a way to detect homosexuality in federal employees. He came up with a machine that measured pupil dilation in response to same-sex exotic imagery. The Canadian government used it to exclude or fire more than 500 men from civil service, the military, and the Mounties. That's great.
And then it says, fortunately, things have changed a lot since those days. Well, you know what? My pupils are dilated at this current moment, Nikki P.
So are mine, and fear.
I would not pass the test. I would not pass the test. That's
I
pretty
really wouldn't pass
funny.
the test. Jesus.
Yeah, seriously. That's very odd.
And men.
Yeah.
Only men.
Right.
All
right. Last but not least.
Last.
I mean, you know, this is a whole podcast by itself. I've actually talked about it before. If you want to listen to our Spotify audio show, we have a Spotify audio show as well. Search, do a search. I've talked about this before. Number 12, the Illuminati and the U.S. government. Some of my favorite topics. Studio audience. Conspiracy. A secret society that rules the world, the Illuminati, and the U.S. National Security Agency, NSA, are in cahoots. The truth. We're here to tell you that a link does, in fact, exist.
Great.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Of course, that link is actually a hyperlink, i.e. electronic link between two internet sites. If you type Illuminati backwards into a web browser, you will land on the NSA website. And that is a fact, Nikki P.
I'm doing it right now.
That's kind of fucking creepy. That's kind of weird.
That's insane.
That's really insane. Like these little, that's what I'm saying. Like everything is so, it's all about deception, manipulation, propaganda.
Why does it do that?
It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird is what it is. But I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about these conspiracy theories? And do you have other ones that you think we should talk about on the show? Please comment below. And that is the third segment of the show, everybody. Please give it up one time. Give it up one time.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, TGIF again. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Nikki P, tell them one more time what they have to do before we get out of here.
Please type in on Safari, Chrome, whatever you have, Mixture of Variety Entertainment. You will see our beautiful faces, and please subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Absolutely.
And we
Couldn't have said
love
it better
you.
myself. Yes, we love you. Love you, Nikki P. Love you
Love
guys.
ya.
Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Deuces.